Hi, good afternoon everyone and welcome to webinar episode 2. Today we'll be telling you on the journey to transform a traditional retail to a retail cloud. And today we have with us Yang Kang, who will be bringing us the journey and what's the progress, pro and cons. Over to you, Yang Kang.
Thank you, Tasvin. Hello everyone, this is Yang Kang here. I will be your presenter today. So if you have any question during the presentation, please feel free to type into to your screen so that we will try to answer all of them after the presentation. All right, so let's start it. So let's first look at the opportunities. From the traditional retail business to the new generation cloud, there are many things you can do, and there are many opportunities to transform your business into the new generation cloud. So we can start with smart supply chain, and then followed by cloud logistics, smart manufacturing, channel distribution, and the online to offline integration, marketing and operation, and consumers. In every single aspect, there are many things to do and add value to your business and to your customer.
Well, that looks like a lot of things we can do in new retail. But do you know the market sentiment about this?
All right, that's a great question. Indeed, we have many things we can do in the new generation retail. If we are going to do every single thing, there could be a lot of effort spent on it. So let's look at how market says about the business transformation in the retail business. So there are two main aspects from the market. One is to improve customer experience, and then another one is to optimize business operations. More than 50% of the retailers wants to make this better. Then of course they are followed by survive as a business organization. They want to transform the products and services into a better one. They want to develop new revenue streams. Of course, they are all very good initiatives, but the top two is still improve customer experience and optimize business operations. And in this webinar, we are going to talk about how. And on the right-hand side, there are four things we're going to focus on today's webinar. Create omni-channel experience, enhance in-store support experience, predict customer behavior analytics, and manage consistent information across all the channels.
So can you teach us how can we really do it in simpler terms?
Right. So to make it really simple, it is really to give customer a unique experience in both online and offline. So here is why. In the new generation retail, we want to be innovative and then want to be customer facing, provide customer a seamless integration of online and offline experience. So as all we know, in the online retail, there are many advantages. There is no limit of time and space. So consumers can view and search for the products anytime and anywhere. They can even read the reviews from many other consumers. And that has been a major reference point on their decision if they want to buy the products or not. And then with the digital technology, collect and analyze customer information becomes so easy. So we can know all these click-through rates, conversion rates, page viewing, and then how long the customer stays on the web page. So those are all the very important touch points for us to understand customer. So let's move back to the offline. As we all know, offline retail give our customers a lot better experience by direct interact with the products. For example, try it on or try use it, and then see how the functionality looks like. And then the customer can also ask for advice from the staff of the store, and the staff can give immediate response to the customer and tell what the product exactly is. And then however, there are some challenges in the offline. That has been a challenge in the traditional retail business. But with the innovation in the recent decades, with the AI technologies and mobile technologies, collecting data from offline becomes possible. So if you look at on the screen, there are many different ways to create touch points, digital touch points with customer in the offline scenarios. So from Alibaba Group, we have a product called Smart Shelf. Smart Shelf is to really display the products in a digital format in the offline retail environment, and the Smart Shelf is going to do a digital introduction of the products to the customers. And of course, it provides a personalized recommendation by recommending the products to the customers based on their characteristics. And then if customers wants to buy clothes or buy accessories or shoes, what if they want to try that on? So we have a product called Tmall Magic Mirror. So with the Magic Mirror, the customer doesn't have to go to the fitting room. They just stand in front of the Magic Mirror, choose the clothes they want to try, and then the Magic Mirror will take an image from the customer and put the clothes on. So with that, the customer doesn't have to go to fitting room and change clothes and come out and then stand in front of the mirror. They can just immediately put the clothes on by the Magic Mirror, and then it is so easy to try many options and then see that at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And then of course that is also a device for us to know the customer better, to understand their preference. And then there are many self-service kiosks we can put into the offline retail store, so that the customers could select the services they want, and then get to the service immediately. And then that is another digital touch points for us to know the customer better. Besides that, with the latest location-based service, for example, Wi-Fi, we will know that where the customer is in the store precisely, how long they have been standing in which section of the store, if they log into the Wi-Fi, so that we can. So this creates another touch points of the offline retail location, so that we know we will have an idea about what kind of categories or how much they prefer on certain categories. And then the last but not least, with the facial recognition technology, we can use that to identify VIPs. So when they step into the store, we know who is the VIP and who is not, and so we can provide services accordingly. So with all these technologies, it creates all the touch points in every step, from people stepping into the shopping mall, and then after they make a purchase and then leave the store. So when they visit the shopping mall or enter the store, we can use Wi-Fi or location-based services to track behavior data, and then there will be shopping guide data and interactive marketing data generated if they choose to use the self-service in kiosk or the cloud product shelves. And then when they step into the shop itself and then they browse the products, the Tmall Magic Mirror could be used to collect their preferences. And then when they check out from the counter, then all the receipts data, order data, payment data can be collected by the retailers. And then the inventory data will be updated. And then of course retailers will have the the product catalogs. So with that, a full channel data collection value chain has been created for the offline retail.
Interact with our customer at offline store, but how does it really help for us to understand our customer better?
Right. So after we have collected data from online e-commerce and the offline retail, that gives us a foundation of big data, and from that big data we can mine for many valuable assets, data assets, for us to provide personalized services to our customers. So if you look at the screen, we're going to do a 360 customer characteristic analysis. So this is the full-scale customer profile we're going to generate. So on the upper side of the pie, we're going to extract the natural attributes from their membership information, from their buying behaviors, from their preference, so that we can know about their age, their gender, their weight, their height, and many more. And then on top of that, we're going to keep on exploring their social attributes. So for example, their family status, their social status, who is their friends, who are their families, where they like to go, and many more. So with that information generated, we're going to proceed to analyze their interests and preference. So interest and preference means that we from their buying history of the products or services, we will know that their lifestyle and their and then their spending patterns. And then after that, we come to the consumption preference about what are the categories or what are the industries they want to buy. So with that 360 customer characteristics, there are many data products becomes possible to provide a unique, personalized shopping experience. So here's an example about how we utilize the customer profile we talked about just now. So in Taobao and Tmall, we are basically using that to give personalized online recommendation. So that means different customers will view a different page, so that they don't have to make a search on the top. They just browse the web page so that they can give various products they would potentially interested in. So that includes popular products that everybody is buying. That includes new products which is just launched and then fit for their preference, as well as the seasonal products. For example, Chinese New Year, Christmas, the seasonal products. And also the nice promotions that the customer may be interested in.
Fantastic! Looks like we have all the new technology in Alibaba Retail Cloud, which will give customer a brand new experience in shopping in both online and offline. But right now, to the area of retailer, how can we benefit them?
Right. Just now we have talked about how retailers can give a unique, digital, and personalized experience to the consumers. But for the retailers, there are also many innovations that can help the retailers to optimize their business further and then save the cost and improve the efficiencies. So one typical example is that intelligent supply chain. Transform the traditional supply chain to the intelligent supply chain. So traditionally, how we manage supply chain is that we have category managers. They're going to talk to the manufacturers or the brands so that they can reserve their capacity, they make an order for the next quarter, and then they do the sales forecast by their experience, and then they're putting the stock into every warehouse, and then based on the demand, they move the stock into the supermarkets or the shopping malls. So now, with the consumer analytics data, we know consumer better, a lot better than before. So then we will drive the whole supply chain from the consumer behavior. So we can start with collecting data from online shop and offline shop, and then analyze the customer behaviors like we just talked about, and then the customer behaviors and their buying patterns can enable us to do a much more accurate sales forecast. And then with the accurate sales forecast, then we can drive for the inventory optimizations as well as product design. And that makes the whole value chain more efficient, and then that makes the supply chain planning a lot easier. So traditionally, when we do sales forecasting, we tend to use the traditional ways, for example, time series analysis, to predict the sales according to the trend, and according to the randomness, and according to the history cycles. But with the machine learning technology, we're going to include a lot more factors. For example, we can look at the past 2 years' data, and we can analyze every single event happened in the past 2 years' data according to time, according to location. And then we look at the result, the sales result from those events. And then we use that as a pattern to learn and then train a model, so that the model can help us to forecast the sales by considering a lot more attributes and a lot more factors.
Well, Yang Kang, how can we do with the forecasting?
Right. Once we have the accurate sales forecasting, the next step is for us to do inventory optimization. And this is the step for us to significantly save the operational cost and working capital. So by using the historical data, sales forecast, and current inventory analysis, we can do ABC analysis, inventory turnover analysis, and inventory simulations, so that we will know what of the products are slow moving, what of the products are obsolete, and then what are the products we need to keep a safety stock. And then from that, we can apply different strategies on different categories. And then with Alibaba Cloud's high-performance computing platform, we can simulate the inventory operations for advanced supply chain alerts. So as a case study, we have done this for the Tmall business, for our Tmall websites. So after the optimization, the inventory rate fell down by 22.6% as a whole. And rate of the shorts stood at 2.2%. At the same time, increased prediction accuracy reached 80%. The accuracy increased by about 20%. So those numbers are translating to a huge operational cost savings.
Well, looks like we still need to keep stocks in all the stores.
Yes, we still need to.
Sounds like the location of the stores are important then.
Yep.
Well, is there a better way where we can do a mapping to the location of the store and the needs of the customer?
Yes, that's a great thought. Yes, indeed, with the big data technology, it is possible. Mm-hmm. So this is what we have been doing with many retailers to help them select the right place for the store and help them to optimize the product assortment of the store. So in today's location-based services, we can use Wi-Fi technologies or the telecom information and even the map data, for example, the Gouda map from Alibaba Group. Mm-hmm. We will know that what are the customers or where the crowd is at which location and which time. So with that information, we will know the customer appears, what kind of customers appears in where and when, and then we can match the store accordingly. And then with that, we can even calculate and monitor the store traffic by forming a funnel of how many customers are passing by, how many customers are visiting the store, and how many customers are going to make a purchase. And then since we have tracked all these statistics, we can optimize the locations of the store and then to serve the customer better and then make the store more efficient. And then, of course, make the inventory in the store more efficient. So this is a typical flow on how we select stores and optimize their locations. So still, we started with customer profiles, and then followed by we do a customer segmentation according to time and according to location, and then we go to do a site analysis on what are the potential locations could give a good business, and then followed by we make a decision of selecting a site and build the stores. And then after that, for every store, Alibaba Retail Cloud also provide a service for the retailers to monitor their business and visualize the real-time data in a large screen. And then the large screen can be displayed in a touch screen devices. And then enables the audience to explore the information in a more interactive manner. And then with this screen, the retailers or the shop owners will know how many revenues they have been made, what are the customer profiles, what is the sales forecast, and how the inventory is doing.
Well, thank you, Yang Kang, for giving us such an insightful into new retail space. And then, it will definitely bring us to another level in the global space.
Yes, thank you, Tesvin, and then thank you all for listening for today's webinar. With the solution we have introduced in Alibaba Retail Cloud, we believe that we can help the retailers to move to the next generation of the business. So now is the Q&A time, and we will answer all the questions from the screen that you just typed.
Right, thanks for watching the presentation. This is Yang Kang again here. We're going to start the Q&A. All right, so the first question I received from the internet is that which of the products are available internationally to make your magic mirror example happen? So first of all, the magic mirror is a product of Alibaba Group ourselves. So we make these products by implementing the software and then the source for the hardware. So if you want to have it, or we have the Alibaba Cloud New Generation Retail Demonstration Center in most of the places in the world. So you can contact our sales from the website, and then they will bring you to the demonstration center and then take a look how that works. And then if you want to purchase on that, if you want to make a purchase, then that is also the way that you can explore. Also, the products inside the magic mirror, that is also probably a good question. So means that what are the products available in the magic mirror? We basically right now have most of the our e-commerce SKUs available in the magic mirror, and then we're expanding the product catalogs in the magic mirror. So it's gonna be an ecosystem, and then the availability of the products will be more and more. All right. Okay, the second question I received here is that please share more about image search product. How does one go about implementing this for an e-commerce platform? Right, okay, so for image search product, that is a very interesting application, and then make a lot of things easier. We provide this service as a cloud service. So we can help, you can subscribe for the service and then the pay as you go. And then if you want to implement that on premises, means that if your database of images are on premises, then we can arrange a session. You can talk to our salespersons so that we can explore how to implement this product on premises and work with your offline picture database. Right. The third question I received here is that could you explain in details how recommended system works for offline stores? So that's a great question, and then that is also the question asked by many of our customers. So recommending system works based on big data. So we need to have the customer behavioral data, customer preferences, and then we build the recommendation system on top of it. So the question now is how do we get customer behavioral data? So traditionally online businesses, it's very easy to do that, but offline businesses, now there are still ways to do that. The first is that you could already have the membership data, their buying history. And then it will be even better if we already have a membership application, and the members can search for products or navigate on the app already. So the buying history and the navigation history on the membership application on your mobile, that is already the good foundation of the big data. And then after that, we can also install offline location-based services, for example, iBeacon or Wi-Fi. So that will help us to track the customer behaviors offline in the physical store, about when the customer comes in, who is the customer, where do they stay, for how long, and then what is the category they spend most of the time shopping on. So with that information, we have an idea about how customer behaves in the offline store. And then that will be based on the membership application, as well as the location-based service, indoor location-based services. So from that, a customer profile can be generated from the offline customers. And then with the product catalog, digitized product catalog, then we can push for the recommended products to the customers on their membership application or on the cloud shelf, which can be installed in the offline stores. So, right, that are all the questions I get so far. If there is no questions, then I would like to thank you for today, for listening for the webinar. As you might know, this is a part of the webinar series. This is essentially series 2. The next one will be on air next week at the same time, which is 2 p.m. Singapore time, GMT plus 8. So in the next session, we will show you the use cases, success stories that we have been implementing New Retail in many of the customers, including both online commerce retailers and the offline retailers. So that will be a lot of interesting stories that we will share with you. So also a recording of this webinar will be coming online soon. You can check out our website and then view the recording of the webinar again. So then thank you all for listening, and then hope to see you next time.